What's up guys and welcome back to another video. There have been a lot of things going on recently, so I was a bit of trouble keeping up the schedule here. But no, we're back. We got another video and today I will show you everything you need to know for the CT side of Nuke. And without further ado, let's get right into it. Okay, to start off the video, we will go for a smoke which is thrown from the T-spawn. Very early smoke. If you want to go a bit for outside control, do the smoke. And it is for top silo. First off, get on this or in front of the sign here, just on the edge. It doesn't have to be too pixel perfect, but it's just like a reference, just above there. And then you look for this pin, this railing there, and go right to where it meets with the door frame. But take your grenade pin to line it up with the default view model. If you have one, that's the same I have. Or you just align up conditions to your view model, and then just jump for a smoke. Smoke goes nice over the entire building. Bounces off the roof there and lands perfectly on top of silo. It almost falls down, but it does not. And when it evolves, hard times for the AWP to do anything here. Depends on how it evolves, but you can. The AWP can jump spot here, but when you jump, if he jump spots, you obviously can't kill him from behind the side there, behind the container up here. But there's no vision for the AWP whatsoever, and it will be easy for you to cross down to secret, for example, take some outside control. Okay, next up, if you have the smoke thrown for silo, as I showed you before, next up you can get your teammate to drop your smoke, and from the same position from here, so throw your silo smoke from here like that, and then look for this top generator thing, chimney, whatever that is. Just go to the top left of this upper ring like that, and then W can throw. Smoke bounces off the generator at the top there, and will do a nice high bounce up on the silver box and fall down onto the blue one, which makes a nice smoke up here, and you cannot see through here either. Get a molly behind the red container and you will easily have some outside control to take there with your silo smoke, the outside smoke, and obviously the Molotov there, so you can just take some positions and make it hard times for the T's to take outside control. Okay, next up we have a flash ready, and this would be a flash you would throw in a retake. So if you have one or two mates coming up heaven, you go outside here, outside player or the ramp player, and you just get in front of the sign here, nothing too pixel perfect, just like that. And then you look for this area up here, just the middle of this area there, where my crosshair is now, and then just left click the smoke. The smoke flies perfectly and pops right over this edge right up there, so that will blind everybody looking up towards heaven, and even the player from here won't see it coming, undodgeable, and just instantly blinds almost the entire site. Goes out, flashes him, flashes the people on top catwalk, and obviously the people looking up to heaven. Won't flash the person in hut though, or deep in main, but that's most likely not to happen anyway. But everything you can clear up close angles with that flash for your retakes. Another way to retake flash, but this would be one for yourself, is just if you like retaking site, going on the ladder here, just somewhere like that. It doesn't have to be too high, too low. Obviously, be aware that there can be people heaven if they've got a decent certain map control there, but otherwise just go up here, align yourself up here, and then just throw it on this wall like that, and it will go perfectly. It will go a bit deeper, you can hear the bounce, but it's still a way, if you're in like a 1v1, still a way to get a bit of space, a bit of room there, even though you may be seen or known already. It is dodgeable, but still, it's just a way to get you a bit of easier on site for your retakes. Another thing you can do from the A site, if you're like a defensive player, you've got a bit of control here, got that, but your teammates outside have fallen, and you don't really know if they're going to come heaven or not. Doesn't really matter. Get into this corner up here, and you can do it with a smoke and a molly. So you first off just take this smoke, go from here right in between those two bottom lines there, jump through your smoke. The smoke will perfectly bounce on top of heaven, leaving no room and no gaps for your enemies to come outside of heaven. Next up, same position, same thing as the last one, just with a Molotov, same position. You go here, and then you look for this line right there, and then do the same thing. Jump through, it will bounce, and it will do the same thing. Obviously, you can do this as a T side, so if you're on the T side, you can do the same thing. Just come out here, get there, and you can smoke or molly off heaven, so you've got an easier way to get on site to A, or you try to prevent people from coming back and retaking. And as I said, if you have lost some players outside, you don't know if they were going to come up heaven or ramp could be through already, then use that smoke on the CT side rounds just to give you a bit more time, a bit of extra space to work with. Next up, we have a fast molly for outside. So if you're running from CT spawn, you want to go for outside control. Your mate throws the 2 smokes there I showed you earlier. This would be the way just to molly afterwards. If you've done a silo smoke, not another smoke, then you can just hug this and then look for this line up here. Just go a bit higher, just around this area there. And if you do it with a bit of practice, loosey-goosey up there, molly there, and then easy going, you're going to have a perfect Molotov outside, blocking the way towards across the outside. You can't go through here. This would be the way to go, and you just have a bit of control. But remember, CT mollies are worse than T mollies. They have been nerfed a lot, so it's not that effective as it was before. If you've got a T molly, then this would be absolutely insane. So this molly gets some outside control early round. Okay, next up, I've got a nade and a Molotov for the outside area, or for silo, should I say, for silo. Because most of the people, they just go around here and then just do some funny smokes like that, or nades like that, and they just go too high, too far, too deep, no damage. This one was actually pretty good, but perfect way to do this. Get yourself in front of this thing right here. Look for this white line. Just follow it all the way down to the container on this, so it's nothing special there. And then just shift walk until this goes out of your screen, like that. So you go this, out of screen, and jump. Perfectly lands there. It works with 4x3 and 16x9. Doesn't make a big difference there. And the same thing applies to a Molotov. So you do the same thing, jump up there, and you've got a perfect Molotov, blocking enemies from peeking up here. They can't climb up there. This would be just an area you don't have to be worried about for the time being. Okay, next up, if you have somebody throwing the nade or the Molotov outside, you can support him by doing another thing from here. You just have to drop one here. Be aware that they can peek you, so if you've got molly, smokes, or whatever from your teammates playing 3A, 1 ramp, 1 outside, that would be ideal. So then you just open these 2 windows, go for the crouch, and I don't know if you can see this perfectly, but just get a hang of it then somehow. But there's like these 2 lighter areas there, so you just go up to this lighter area there with the crouch, don't forget, otherwise you won't see that up there, and then just left click the Molotov, it goes out the window. Same applies to the grenade. It doesn't do as much damage there though, it just pops right here, but that lands perfectly on silo as well. So if you combine this nade or this Molotov with the nade from your garage player, you're going to take a ton of damage up here towards the silo player, maybe even taking out the player by slowing him with the grenade. Okay, next up, if you do make it towards secret, like I love to play secret position, I just like to smoke off the cross and then come all the way down here. You can just look up here and do a bit of jiggle, you know, that default stuff. But if you think there's somebody red or there are somebody red, go back into the corner, just go for the middle or almost the middle, just like the middle bar here, somewhere like there. That's what I align it with, and then just use the Molotov. The Molotov goes perfectly behind red and burns up this annoying corner here, so they can't boost up, and everybody holding this angle will have to back off. So you can go for the molly if they're not too close, go for the molly, go for the peek up to secret. Then from there, the same thing. Obviously, you just take out your nade, do the same thing. Does a lot of damage there. Depends on where they're standing. The lower you throw it, does take a lot of damage there. But if you know there's somebody outside here, then just use your utility to block them off or do a ton of damage. Okay, now we'll do a bit of utility for the B side. One flash I love to throw either when the people commit, when the T's commit, or I go in for my retakes, is to stand here. Look at this sign there, just in the middle of that blue sign thing on there, and then just left click and then open the door. Because when the door opens, everybody's going to focus towards the door, but then the flash is on its way already, so they have almost no time to actually turn around and dodge the flash somehow. So you can just go out here, get some pressure done, maybe flashed, and then you can just push out and go for your retakes. Okay, next up, if you're on your retakes, you can go for an easy Molotov for dark. You know this annoying corner right down there. You don't know if someone's there, you're not certain. Go in this corner here. Be aware they can see you, they can peek you. You're open for so many different angles, so make sure to check this first. And then go, as I said, in this corner, look for this ventilation shaft up there, like this opening door in the bottom. And then just go where this little thing is sticking out. Just like there. It doesn't have to be too pixel perfect. Anywhere on the line, just pick your Molotov. And the Molotov does go perfectly inside dark, getting this annoying angle cleared, or even making a lot of damage or granting you with an easy kill. Okay, next up, if you are the ramp player, I've got a smoke in hand for you, but it's not like a smoke with lineups, just something, just a little tip, just a little trick so you stay along alive, because that's the point. If you're a ramp player, it's way more important for you to stay alive than getting a kill. So if one crosses through, you don't get the kill here, and you have to fall back, go for your smoke, and then just aim someone middle-ish like that, and drop it all the way towards ramp, because that just gives you a bit more room, a bit more space to work with. You can look behind the smoke. If someone drops down, you can maybe get a frag through the smoke, but if it fully blooms up, there's nothing here to see for either CT or T side, just giving you a bit more time for the reinforcements to arrive to site and help you on B. Okay, next up we have another Molotov. Molotov to clear out the dark position, but not from ramp this time. It is from Aqua or from the control room or from Windows, whatever you want to call it. Observation in that case if you want to. First off, just go on the stairs. Make sure nobody's holding your angle, so don't go out there with a molly like that. Just look if somebody's holding. If not, then align this wall with this window frame right here. That's my way to do it. It's not 2 pixel perfect anyway, so a bit like that, a bit like that. Doesn't really matter. But then this is the proper height you need on this TV screen, just in the middle of that. Left Molotov. And we'll go down into dark. Depending how I throw it, will burn out every single corner of that. If you have a T-Molotov, it's even better because it does go spread out wider, so it's an efficient way to clear out the angle. But still, if you've got a Molotov, just throw it on there and it will get you easy information for your retakes. Okay, next up we have another Molotov for some control for outside. If you want to go for outside control, got an information, or just want to get some information on the silo, then this Molotov is for you. Get on this railing here, look for this darker dot, so align a crosshair on that with the ground and look for this. That's the beam where you have to align yourself with. Look for this beam up the top and then just go to the right window next to that beam all the way to the bottom left, and then shift walk a bit forward and Molotov just like that. Molotov goes perfectly on this corner here, so no op can peek you from there, giving you a bit of extra space to take some outside control. Okay guys, that was it for the video. That was it. We have covered Nuke. Now next up we will have Dust 2 as the last and final map to cover up, and I hope you learned something. I hope you enjoyed. If so, don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.